Washington County has had to stand on its own right from the very beginning. Early in the settling of our 150 years ago, they said, we'll come, we'll stay, no matter what the work is, we're going to tough it out.
Those pioneers came here for their faith and their future.
5, 6 generations of people who have sacrificed and made this land such a beautiful place.
That's just part of my soul. It's part of my DNA. It's like, open heart surgery to go in that deep and talk about Dixie.
The Dixie spirit just permeates the bedrock of this community.
Everybody just knew they were going to go to Dixie. Anybody who grew up here, nobody ever even thought. I don't think it crossed their minds to go anywhere else. Everybody would go to Dixie. I can never be in this grand old tabernacle, this historic pioneer building in St. George, without thinking of Peter Nielsen and an earlier day when there were no windows in this magnificent building. The pioneers settling in St. George started on this building even before they did the temple. And they got the construction up nearly complete, but had no money for the windows. David H. Cannon, who was the stake president, was struggling about this, frustrated and praying and anguishing over that. He answered a knock on the door in the early morning hours. Standing at the door was Peter Nielsen from Washington. He had brought $600 in gold pieces and put it in front of President Cannon, handed it to him. And $600 is exactly the amount they needed to make up with $200 more that they had to make the $800 to get those windows. And I'm told that 80% of those original windows are still in this building. We're still reaping the benefit of that, 150 years later.
The significance of the Peter Nielsen story is the fact that here was 2,244 windows that needed to be paid and brought in. That freight was $600. That's the sacrifice he gave. Now, to tie that together today, that's the importance of what we're asking for people to pay for a paver, because it's the pavers that pay for this project.
The Paver project itself is the opportunity for members of the community of Dixie College to sacrifice a small bit to help this college become a university.
Anyone can contribute to be a part of the Dixie spirit, a part of Dixie State College, a part of extraordinary past, and an even more glorious and wonderful future. Sometimes it's reaching pretty deep, and sometimes you say, I can't do that. But that isn't the way things are done. It's saying the can-do attitude, I'm going to do it, and you've been able to leave your community better off than when you found it.
Your grandchildren and great-grandchildren will come by and say, my grandparents cared. They've got my name, or they got my mom's name in there. We can enjoy that as well as those that are living with us now, besides our children, if we jump on board and get it done.
I'm not able to express all that this community and that Dixie State has meant to me, but it gave me my future. It gave me my chance.